our Most High God another round of applause. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on now. Come on now. This is the God that woke you up this morning. Come on, that's the God that woke you up this morning. Come on now. All right. Thank you. Trust in God, always trusting in God. I want to give honor and thank you to Pastor Bronner for allowing me to be here. I want to thank you, members of Ark of Salvation. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. All right. I want to thank our family, friends, and all those that are watching. Welcome. My name is Tyrone Poole. I'm from LaGrange, Georgia, so I'm a Georgia native. Yes. Homegrown, as they say. I'm homegrown. So if I can do it, you can do it as well, all right? And I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to show you how to do it. I promise you, after you leave my presence, with the information that I'm going to give you today, you're going to have to hire. Hear me now. You're going to have to hire somebody to help you misunderstand how to be successful today, all right? I'm telling you, it's just that simple, all right? Because I'm going to give you a formula. I'm going to give you a formula that will take you, if you're just starting out, well, this formula is going to help you build, okay? If you are already going, this formula is going to help you sustain, okay? Because knowledge and its proper use wins battles. And how many of you know that we're in a fight? You're in a fight, okay? You're in a fight every day. Every day you wake up, there's a fight. That's a fight. But I'm going to tell you where the greatest fight happens every day when you wake up. Right here. That thing 6 inches between your ears. That's where the fight happens. And that is why what I give you today, I'm going to give you the topic, the formula for ultimate success in life. Once I give you this formula today, like I said, you will have to hire somebody to help you misunderstand how to be successful, all right? So how many of you like fighting? You got to be a fighter first. How many of you like fighting? Anybody like fighting? Come on, I like fighting. Shoot, if there's something that I want, I'm going to fight you for it. Well, let me change that up. If somebody tried to come into your house or somebody tried to take your lunch and you hungry, would you just sit there and let them take it, or would you fight for it? You're going to fight for it, right? All right. So again, success in life, there's a fight for it. There's a fight every day, and that fight starts right here in your head. The enemy is going to always try to tell you that you're not good enough. You're not good enough. And even sometimes when you're doing good, the enemy going to come and say, are you sure that's what you're supposed to be doing? Are you sure? Because like I said, there's a fight every day. There are levels every day. Every day you wake up.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Whatever you accomplished yesterday, you have to be a student. So you prepare yourself for the next battle the next day. All right? And that's the reward. I'm going to tell you this. That's the reward for winning is another battle, another fight. And I would be bold enough to tell you guys that the fight will not end. Now, hear me what I'm about to say. Now, let me step back a little bit and come back forward. I'll be bold enough, bodacious enough to tell you that the fight will not end until you die. On this earth now, fighting in this world system, you're always going to have somebody coming at you. The bigger you become, the bigger the fights. And that's where you got to really make sure you hold on to your mind, all right? The battle of the mind. Now, if you have fallen off the wagon, again, I'm going to help you reform. I'm going to help you refill and restore ultimate success. If everything's going smooth, then this right here is just going to help you continue, all right? So, understand that the temptation that comes to your mind, that's what that's called. The pressure. That's why the fight is the temptation. What is the temptation? The temptation is it comes to go against what you believe about yourself. What you believe about yourself, okay? But again, like I said, I'm going to give you a formula that will help you overcome. So when that fight shows up, you're going to roll up your sleeves and you're going to say, let's go at it. All right? Now, I'm not going to get up and talk about football, but I am going to use football as an example. People ask me, Tyrone, which Super Bowl was the toughest? Was it the first one? Now, we went back to back, right? We went back to back, Super Bowl 38, Super Bowl 39. And I said, no, it was the second Super Bowl. It was the second Super Bowl. That was the toughest. Why? You would think the first one was the toughest, right? Just getting there would be tough. But nah, it's the second one. Because when you get there, people now want to knock you off. Because now they are aware you exist now. So the fights, the games became tougher and tougher and tougher because every team said when they played us, the coaches, because I've been on that other end too, where we just started out trying to establish ourselves, and when we go play against a champion, we would say, today is our opportunity to see how good we are because we're going against last year's champion, all right? So I say all that to say, in this world system, you have an enemy. You have an enemy, and sometimes that enemy is the inner me. It's in me, okay? It's not just in the world. But once you discover who you are, that's when the attacks start coming, all right? So that's why I tell people the second Super Bowl was the toughest because people knew we were the champions, and they were going to give us their best every game. So that means we had to step our game up. That's why I said before, if you remember, I said you have to learn. That's a learning stage every time. That's a new level. And the award for winning on this level is another fight on the next level, okay? So that's why I try to tell people, you have to be a student every day. You cannot get to the point where you say, you know what, I know it all. Once you get to the point where you say you know it all, then that's when you get knocked off. But as long as you stay hungry, you always stay a student. Always stay a student. I don't care if you know everything. Still become a student because every level offers something else, okay? And every level you have to know the formula. Now, the principles stay the same. Principles, formulas, they pretty much the same words and connotation. But you also have to know each level you go to, you have to be aware of what's on that level. But the principles never change. The formula never change, okay? Give you an example of a formula, of principles. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So, to you guys, guys are not going to talk that fast, did you? Auctioneer. But what I'm actually giving you guys, if you were listening, those who were listening, you caught what I was saying. I gave you the principle every time, just at a different level. That's why you got to start out. If you want to be successful in anything, you got to understand the formulas. You got to understand the principles because the principles never change. That's why I said the battle will always be right here. When that battle comes, it don't come to test, see how strong you are. It don't come to test, see how many curls you can do. It don't come to test to see how fast you can run. When that test comes, it comes to question you up here. So that's why you got to know the formula. You got to know who you are, what you have, and what you can do according to the Word of God. According to the Word of God. What has Christ done for you? And I'm thankful for my Lord and Savior. I'm thankful. I'm thankful just to be here in this opportunity. Okay? All right? So you got to know the principles. You got to know the principles. And then once you understand the principle, you can go as high as you want to go. It's up to you. You call it, you name it, you claim it. You go get it because you know the principles. And you're not threatened, you're not frightened when that physical situation tries to come to you. You just sit back and say, okay, hey, put them gloves on. All right, here we go. All right, let's go at it. I'm ready to fight. It's just another level, but you understand the principles, all right? That's why you got to be careful what you say to yourself. What you say to yourself, what you see, what you hear, because all that stuff affects you right here. And it cuts the undergirding of your opportunity to get ultimate success in life. And I'm pretty sure if you ask any of you in here, or you go outside these walls and ask anybody, are you happy with where you are? They're going to say, nah, I think I still got some more to go, all right? And some, they're going to look back and try to blame circumstances. I grew up without this. I grew up without that. But at the end of the day, the underlying principle is they didn't understand the principles, all right? They went walking, feeling their way through the dark. You know, you can't do that. Can't feel your way through the dark, okay? You got to know. So with myself, just before I get into this formula, again, I'm from LaGrange, Georgia. Quit football in high school. Can you guys believe that? I quit football in high school. Because I'm going to tell you how this principle worked for me. I'm a firm believer that you got to be kin to what you're trying to defend. Oh, man, I think y'all heard what I just said right there. You got to be kin to what you're trying to defend, all right? I grew up, we poverty, we had financial struggles, all right? Financial struggles. I remember all them times during the summer, we put that box fan in the window, and man, what? Walking to the house, it's just circulating hot air. It's circulating hot air. And I remember during the winter times, we put that plastic. How many still remember that, putting that plastic on the outside the windows? I try to trap that heat, right? You put that blanket or whatever up under the door to do what? Keep that cold air out, right? I know all about that. I'm kin to it. But I also know that you can overcome it, all right? And then also I've been on the other side too. It's almost like Martin Luther King. It's like I've been to the mountaintop, all right? I've seen it. I know what it looks like. I know what it's like to have not and to have. To have not to have. I know back and forth, but I also know the formula that helped me get back to the top. That's why I'm going to give it to you today, okay? All right? And then like I said, I quit football in high school, went on to Fort Valley State, as you guys heard, went to Fort Valley State, Division II, HBCU, Historical Black College and University. So again, it's not where you go, people. It's what you do, where you are. And if you have the principles, I'm telling you, you can plant your seed anywhere and you will grow. You will grow. Most of us plant our seeds in the wrong places. The soil's not good, all right? But here's the great thing about it. You can dig your seed back up and go find good soil because you are in control. Yes, that person you look at every day in the mirror is in control. So I was in control. I worked hard. I understood where I was. I'm at a Division II school, HBCU Black College. I got to work twice as hard. And praise be to God, I went on and became the first hear me. Praise be to God on all this. Praise be to God. Again, I'm just giving you a little bit of history about me to let you see that, yes, I know what I'm talking about. I became, praise be to God, the first defensive selection in Carolina Panther history. First ever now, from a Division II HBCU Black college. And the Carolina Panthers, out of all of these Division I's, Division II's, Division III's, they said offensively, we're going to start this franchise with Kerry Collins. Okay, he was the first ever draft pick. Then they said defensively, we're not going to start it with this guy from Texas, from Florida, from Georgia, University of Georgia. No, this kid from Fort Valley State, he got what we need. You got what you need to be successful. Okay, you got what you need to be successful. So again, if you are going to use this formula that I'm going to give to you, you got to understand that there is a fight before the fight for ultimate success. All right? And then you also got to know what you want. You got to know what you want. Now, I have the opportunity to be a part of a great company, TBB Enterprises and Stomp Enterprises. Okay? Again, I'm saying this because we are on the verge of something great. But I'm saying this because we recognize what we are trying to accomplish. All right? Again, you got to know the principles. You got to know what you want to do. All right? TBB Enterprises, Stomp Enterprises, we have a safety app. It's a safety app. Okay, I'm not going to come up here to talk about that, but if you do want to check it out, you can go to bullyingbuddy.world or stomp.world. STOMP. Stomp means stop traumatizing others mentally and physically. Okay? Great company. But I say all that to say, we knew what we had, we knew what we wanted to do, we understood the principles, and we went after it, and praise be to God, now we have manifested something that can save people's lives. And right now, all of you have great ideas in you. If you have not discovered that, you have great ideas in you. But if you're going to bring those ideas out, you got to understand the first principle, okay? The first formula, the first principle formula to success, all right? You got to understand sacrifice. You got to understand sacrifice. And I tell people right there, that's where the buck stops. If you are not willing to sacrifice, don't even attempt it. Don't try it. Because so much pressure is going to come up on you, decision making, or whatever it is, it's going to come up on you. Okay, what is sacrifice? Sacrifice is basically you're saying, I'm going to give up something. I'm going to give up something for the sake of something better. Can you sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice your comfort right now that you think is comfort for something better down the road? Are you willing to give right now for your future? Because I'm going to tell you what, your future, what you going to be right now, or in the future, should I say, what you're going to be in the future, you are already it right now. Man, I just set some of you free right there. The future's not waiting on you. The future's already in you. Right now, your future's already in you. You just got to know it. You got to know it. Then you got to understand the principles. Then you got to go after it. That's what I did. I grew up watching football, even though I was not a professional athlete yet. But my mind said, that's what I want to be. And then I started sacrificing, regardless of the environment, regardless of whatever was happening, I started sacrificing. Praise be to God. So, are you willing to sacrifice? That's the first one, all right? Then the next one, you got to understand. You got to understand what you're trying to do. What are you trying to accomplish? Understand what you have. What do you have? Who are you? Understand. Because once you understand, then you're going to know why you sacrifice. Because you're trying to achieve ultimate success in your system. Whatever it is you choose to be in this world, okay? Then after you have understanding, you got to understand that there will be confrontation. There will be confrontation, all right? And when I say confrontation, again, your friends, family, sometimes your family. When you decide that you want to be better, who are you? Who do you think you better than us? That fight. Now you got to say, I'm willing to sacrifice. Sometimes you have to go away in order to come back. Sometimes you got to say, you know what? I'll let y'all be. I got something to do. You go, and then you come back. It's just like an artist. It's like an artist. I don't know if you guys ever heard this before, but an artist, a painter, is really not recognized until after they die. Because they don't realize the gift that's in that painter. The painter becomes more valuable. Value. All you guys are value. You're valuable. Okay, so sometimes you get to leave to come back. But you got to understand confrontation is going to happen. What is confrontation? Confrontation is an argumentative confrontation between two or more people or things. Like I said, sometimes that enemy is in you. You arguing with yourself. Should I go? Should I not go? Do I go over here? Sometimes the inner enemy is telling you, nah, you can't do it. Wow, look at all them people looking at you. Wow, what if you mess up on the word? What if it comes to attack your mind. That's why you got to know who you are, what you have, what you can do. Ultimate success in life. I'm giving you the formula for ultimate success in life, okay? Next one. After you have gone over the confrontation, your commitment. Once you get to that confrontation, it's going to make you stay committed. It's going to make you stay committed. It's going to be because you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I feel good now. I just got over that hump. That's why I tell people you should always keep a photo album of your achievements along the process to the promise. Again, why should you keep a photo album? Why should you keep a photo album? We all got photo albums. You know, we all got technology now, so we call that photo album. Basically, it's on our phone now, right? We keep all our pictures on our phone. But back in the day, how many know about photo albums? I know about photo albums. Yeah. The old baby pictures. Oh, look at you. I remember you were this high. Look at them white shoes you have on. You know, you got that picture where you standing with your bat or whatever. You know, that's that photo album. Why do they keep pictures? Why? To remind you of where you come from, who you are. That's why I say you should always keep a picture. Anytime you have any type of success, cut it out. Take a picture of it and save it. Save it. All right? It's like food. You know, if you don't finish a meal, what do? It's leftovers now. You go back. You say, let me dig in here. Let me see. This is what we had yesterday. That's what your photo album does. It reminds you. It reminds the enemy. When the enemy come up and try to attack you again, yeah. You pull that photo album out. You know how, buddy? You say, I got a degree in this right here. You see that degree? I passed this test. And do you know what the enemy gonna say? All right, you got me on that one right there. I'll see you again later on. So he's gonna come back, he's gonna always attack you, But as long as you stay strong here, you will overcome, all right? So after you stay committed, it'll help you over your confrontations because you understand the sacrifices that you're making for ultimate success in life, okay? All right, and all of you are successful, I'm telling you. And like I said, you're gonna have to hire somebody to help you misunderstand what I'm saying today, all right? Next one, you gotta be efficient. You gotta be efficient. Efficiency, maximum productivity with minimum effort. Some of you out there, boy, I'm like you working hard as a slave out there when you really don't need to. It's finding efficiency, being efficient. And I always like to describe efficiency, aerodynamics with a track runner. I ran track at Fort Valley State. I ran track at LaGrange High School. And the reason why I say track is like, you know, in order to be fast, you don't see them running like this right here. They running efficiency. Even when they build cars. Go look at the difference between Ferrari and a Taurus or whatever you want to call it. Look at the front of that car. Look at it. They build those fast cars in a particular way. Efficiency. They're using the wind to help keep that car on the ground because of its ability. So you guys got to learn efficiency, maximum productivity with minimum effort, all right? Because once you become efficient, it's going to keep you committed. The more efficient you are, the more committed you become. And the more committed you become, the more when those confrontations come, the more you roll up them sleeves and say, let's go, because you understand the sacrifice that you're making for ultimate success in life, right? Am I right? Ultimate success, right? Am I right? Ultimate success. The next formula that you got to understand, stability. Staying stable. S-T-A-B-L-E. Stable. Sometimes you got to be careful when you spell stuff. You may mess up. Can't mess up. I got to make sure I pick an easy word to spell. But you got to stay stable. Again, I'm giving you the formula for ultimate success in life. Okay? You got to stay stable. Now, the stability that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about you holding, you know, some plates and like you see on TV, they balancing. Yeah, you got to have balance. Okay? But I'm not talking about that physical outside balancing. Again, where is the attack going to come? Right here in the head, right? Stable. Mental stability. And like I said, when we were winning those Super Bowls and going through those times when it seemed like we were going to lose, we had to stay stable. Keep our eyes on the prize, as they would say. All right? Stability. You got to stay stable. So if you stay stable, then you can become efficient. because you're able to become efficient because your mind is not in so much turmoil. You're able to think so you can be efficient. You can plan the next move efficiently, because being efficient going to help you stay committed, and your commitment will help you overcome all of those confrontations that are going to fight you every day, 24/7. And like I said, you won't finish this battle, or you will not enter a fight until you take your last breath on this earth. As long as you're breathing, it's going to be a fight with something. It's going to be a fight with something. But you got to stay committed. Overcome no confrontation, because you understand the sacrifice that you're making for ultimate success in life. Whatever it is, your system that you want to be, a better mother, a better father, a better student, you want to be the president, if you want to be a congressman, whatever it is that you want to be, there's going to be a fight for it. It's not going to come easy. You got to fight for it. Once you become stable, it's going to come down to the last formula. Once you've done all the previous 6, okay, it's going to come down to the last one, all right? Now, if you haven't noticed, success has 7 letters in it. Completion, completion, completion. So once you've done the previous 6, you're going to come to the last one. This is where I call it spirited. Spirited, full of energy. Full of energy. You're excitement. Okay? Because you know you just scored. You just achieved. You just received that scholarship letter or that admission letter. Whatever it is, you just were told, yes, you just got that position. But again, remember, I said that's just the first level, right? There's always going to be a new level. In every level, it's going to be the same fight. But the principles never change. Never change, okay? Spirited. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example of what spirited is using football terms as I come to a close. You take a football team, okay? The offense, defense. Those are what we call systems, right? You got defense, they run defensive system plays. They got offense, they run offensive system plays. Whatever it is you're trying to do in life, again, if you're trying to be a student, an A student, there's a system that all A students abide by. If you try to be a politician, I hope some of you don't try to be politicians, because I'm like, them jokers there, boy, they tell you one thing and they do something else. Because I know everybody here tell the truth, right? But whatever it is you're trying to do, you got to understand. You got to understand who you are, what you have, what you can do. Okay, so once you become spirited, okay, that's a system. All right, now, offense just scored. You know why them guys are jumping up and down and headbutting each other, helmet to helmet, and slapping each other on the back, and the fans are going wild? Spirited because they just scored a touchdown. They just scored a touchdown. The reason why they scored that touchdown because every man stayed stable during that drive. Regardless of the mental capacity, the mental attacks during that drive, penalties, whatever, somebody doing something that could cause the team to mentally just go to waste. They stayed stable. And they were efficient as they moved the ball down the field. The receiver ran the right route. The quarterback took the right drops. The blockers, they blocked the right amount of time. Efficient. Because they were all committed. They were all committed to the play call that came in from the sideline. What play call are you getting from the Most High God? What play call are you getting? And they stayed committed even though there was confrontation. The offense stayed committed even though there was confrontation from the defense that was trying to blitz them. And the closer the offense got to the end zone, the more the blitz came, because they knew the offense was about to score. You're about to score. You are about to score somewhere in your life. You are about to score. It don't matter if you're 5 years old. It don't matter if you're 95 years old. There is something that you are put on this earth to do. Right. Ultimate success in life, okay? When that confrontation come, again, that offense, they understood. They understood, even though the confrontation was blitzing, the defense was blitzing, each man understood what the play call was and what we had to do. We had to score. We got to score. You're put on this earth to do something. You're put on this earth to do something. You got to understand that. Just like that offense understood that play call is called to get us closer to that end zone. And every man was willing to sacrifice. Willing to sacrifice. Willing to sacrifice. The ball's not coming to me, but I'm going to run my route as hard as I can. Because they understood they were trying to get success, ultimate success, so they can win the game. So again, my question to you, after hearing the formula for ultimate success in life, are you ready for the fight? Ah, man, that don't sound like, that don't sound like y'all ready to fight to me. Come on now. Are you ready to fight? Let me put it like this. Are you okay with the fight? I got to hear you again. Are you okay with the fight? Let them hear you out there on the street. Are you okay with the fight? Are you okay with the fight? All right. Well, I want to thank you guys. My name is Tyrone Poole. I want to thank Pastor Branham for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Ark of Salvation. Thank you. Guys, go out there and get ultimate success in life.